So this is part 3. I'm talking to Miss D, and now it's time for me to tell my side of traumatic, toxic relationship, a marriage relationship. I had been married for almost 30 years, and my husband left. And I thought everything was great, but we can see the signs ahead of time, but we refuse to have all these different warnings. And I just didn't want to accept the warning signs. I saw all the red flags, and I cannot say I did not see him, because he was a person that would cheat, lie. He was very abusive, and I kept opening the door and letting him back into my life and fighting him into my life. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you, Miss D, because I said some of the same things that you said, that he was manipulative, he wasn't a good supporter, he was a liar, and the list went on, right? So I saw these signs, but when you in love with someone, you don't care about the red flags. You would do everything in your willpower to keep that person. And what I learned down through the years, because I had low self-esteem, I didn't know my worth at the time. Because now that I have put in the work, and when I say put in the work, I had to work on me. I had to work on me even when I was in pain, going through pain of someone being together that long in marriage and jump up and leave you. Just jump up and leave you, and you have to start all over from scratch. But I had to find out and dig deep and find out who I was. And I'm going to explain that to you when I say who I was, because I didn't know who I was. And the reason why I did not know who I was, because I was always putting him first, catering to him, made sure his needs was met, made sure that I satisfy him. I went all outside the box trying to please this man, trying to keep him. And one thing my mom said to me, and my mom saw it before I saw it, because I was blind. I refused to accept the red flags. And my mom said something that stuck out to me. She said, "Vicky, you can't make nobody love you. You cannot make nobody accept you. You cannot make anyone be with you. Because if they want to leave, eventually they're going to leave. They're going to get tired of you catering to them. They're going to get tired of you doing all you can for them." When a man get tired, just like a woman, when they get tired, or when we get tired, we're fed up and we're gone. I don't care what you do. You cannot bring that woman back. Now, these days, the guys are the same way. The men are the same way. When they get tired and fed up, I don't care what we do. When they done just like we are. They won't come out and tell us they getting ready to leave. They'll do it in a sneaky way, because they don't want chaos. They just want to get up and leave. And they rather leave while we are gone, and they'll leave in peace, so they don't want the chaos. But we as women, we'll get up. "Oh, I'm going to leave you. If you don't stop this and you don't stop that, I'm packing my stuff and I'm leaving. I'm out the door. We'll tell them our plans. But a man won't tell their plans. They'll check us out. Ask us what time you getting out. What time you yeah. What time you getting out? What time you'll be at home? They'll start asking us questions where we don't even think about nothing like that. We just quickly answer them. And they always have a strategy and a plan while we just running our mouths and saying the next time. But we keep opening that door and allowing them to come back into our life, because sometimes we have low self-esteem and need to work on ourselves. And this is a way that God is telling us, you know, let the man walk. Let him walk out of your life. And at this time, you know, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't seem right. But at that time, I was the same way. I was in the boat just like you. It didn't feel right. I wanted my husband back. But at the same time, I didn't want to continue to be treated the way that I was treated. And I had to make a stand within myself. And I said, no matter what he say this time, I cannot afford to keep taking him back, because I had to have some kind of pride about myself, and I had to stand up on my 2 feet alone this time. And I knew I could do it, but I had to work on myself within myself. I had to learn about me, how to love me, because me had been neglected, me had been abused, me had been taken advantage of. And I know that's not proper English, but I'm just saying I had been taken advantage of. I had been abused. I was so used of the custom that it had gotten so comfortable with me, just taking him back and letting him talk to me and treat me any kind of way. That's because I did not know my worth at the time. And when you have low self-esteem, you would take a lot of things that you normally wouldn't take. So when I worked on me, Miss D, when I worked on me, then I began to love me, and I began to set boundaries. And I said, no, you cannot talk to me like that. That's what anybody, you're going to respect me. But I had to be placed in a position just like you. And God had to separate me from him to learn about me. And it felt so good. At first it started out with pain. It didn't feel good. But as I stood up on my feet and started learning about me and loving me and respecting me, now I have set boundaries to where I want respect at all times. You're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way. You're not going to treat me any kind of way. Been there and done that. So once you do the work on you, and this is not going to happen overnight. This is going to take time. It's been 8 years for me. So I'm still working on me. You know what? But it feels so good because I'm putting in the work and I'm getting better each and every day. And I'm so glad that God allowed that to happen to me, because if God did not allow that to happen to me, I would have been still in that toxic relationship, unhappy, sad, suicidal, everything. Just hated myself. And that's how the enemy tricks us up, because why should I hate myself? God created us unique in our own ways. I should have been loving myself, but I was so tune with him and put my feelings on the back burner. And that was my fault because I didn't know who I was. I didn't know my worth. But once you put in the work, Miss D, you will come back and thank me. You will come back and say, you know what, you was right. Right now it doesn't feel good, but when you start putting in that work, that's why it's so important for you to go home tonight and relax and write down at least 3 things. And if you decide to take him back, are you going to set some boundaries?
I don't want to take it back.
Okay. So if you don't want to take him back, that's great. So now, since you don't want to take him back,